The thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by its host and guest on this podcast is for entertainment purposes only. I express firmly I am here to have a fun time, and don't need anyone ruining it by being butthurt. Take your clapped cheeks somewhere else. I am not a professional, I just play one on the show. Thank you, and continue supporting. Deuces.
Welcome to another episode of No Special Characters. If you're on your way to work right now and you're sitting in your car listening to this and there's mad traffic, I need you to get on that shoulder and just take off. Or you just walked into work and they're telling you to get your headphones off. You know what? Just turn back around, all right? Just go back home, all right? We got PTO, baby. Money ain't that important, is it? Is it? You can always Google your doctor's note and print it from there. Little tips for you guys. If you go to the bodega and they mess up your order, I need you to go steal that bodega cat because they don't need a manager because clearly they're not managing things good over there, all right? What else I need you guys to do? If you're on the subway and you're about to miss your train and there's a line of people in front of you, go take that emergency exit in. Let's go. We're a New Yorker vibes, positive vibes, good vibes only. So that's what I need you guys to do. And if you get caught and you're unaware, just know that Tupac cares, all right? That's what I need you guys to really focus on, all right? All right, the series is 3-2 right now. I don't know what that means because tonight it could change. So I don't know what you're waking up to on Monday when this comes out. But we got positive vibes. If your girlfriend cheated on you, I need you to go and sleep with her best friend. I should probably take that back. That's toxic. They're gonna say that's toxic. But you know what? Let's do it again. If you haven't caught the vibes yet, this is where we're taking it to. Hey. Tri-state vibes. And if you don't know who I am,
on my cool. Yo, bless the still, step out, dress to kill. Spark the L. What up, Doc? What the deal? Clock the squill, the MC overkill. Certified silver dust 35 mil. Jumping out planes, docks the name, cock the flame. Back to relief the pain. Hater, extra photo, pisco. Hit the safe for case, should've switched the code. Nigga, sneak a pound through custom drug hounds. Ay. Down to rob your neighborhood wall bound. Me and my man jumping out sedans.
Rest in peace, Walgreens in the neighborhood.
Execute like wars in Beirut, 22-inch rims, the parachute out the Lex coupe. The rhythm hit him without the venom in him. Pin him, skin him with the shit, I pull out the John Lennon. Dog style, your girl smoking a lot. I been had a demo before riding high. Whip straight up, cash out the car lot. Clorox, your Fort Knox to y'all call SWAT. Bite off your ear for a silver near. Switch from red to Roy, give you primal fear. If you don't know the click, then you smoke your wet. Phone Doc Def Squad from the Jersey set. Wild the fuck out, smoke the fuck out, drink the fuck out, freak the fuck out,
there goes mine now. Take
the fuck out, black the fuck out, act the fuck out. Do you feel it in your body? Shake your stinking ass. Do you feel it in your body?
Shake your stinking ass.
Do you wanna rock a body? Shake your stinking ass. Do you wanna get naughty? Shake your stinking ass. I think the heat is on. 97 cheat you choke. I'm reaching y'all. Right on me palm. It's like the Cape on spawn. Active frequency. Trip the car along. Ribbit. Got moves to make. Choose the date. Today you hallucinate. Smoking me out without war. Torn ghettos. Opposite of good fellows. The narrow. Go to any borough who rock the mic thorough. Got your wife saying.
Hello.
Money talk. Bullshit walk ass Chris. The Baptist. Ro Garcias with hashes. You need classes for practice. To tap this. Jurassic. Crab shaft. Nasty ass bitch. Hot potato. Drop the data. Ganja emancipation. Proclamator. Lock shit down. Cock the pound. No doubt. As a juvenile brought Cazals off canal. Brick City be the pros and wildin' out. Off at the mouth. Get dressed like 1,000 now. Got a degree on the hash and the leak, eat, crash in the beat while we master the beat. I bees by the body, cause a low mileage. Black eye, big jaja, before cha-cha. Spit something to you to turn your eyes cockeyed. Down with the outside. Trembling, picking up the pin again and drilling. Got impact like DJ threw on Benjamin Cinnamon. Hit you with your thongs and your Timberland. Fuck ya, rob ya, not say it's the biggest. Jump the fuck out, jump the fuck out, sweat the fuck out, pass the fuck out, black the fuck out, flip the fuck out, drunk the fuck out, fuck the fuck out. You feel it in your body? You feel it in your body? Do you wanna rock a body? Do you wanna get dirty?
All right. Some Redman for you guys. And let me go with.
Hey, want to hear the most annoying sound in the world?
You're listening to
Special characters.
And I am your host,
On my Cool J,
aka
Wait, Jose.
Hey, welcome back to another episode. I believe this is episode 15. Come on, phone, stop fucking with me. 154. So I'm fresh off the Memorial Day weekend. Hopefully you guys had a good Memorial Day weekend. I was able to spend time with family. We did a barbecue. It was very productive because we had to clean up the backyard. Nobody was planning on that. Also, can I say the price of everything really went up? I remember when I wanted to throw a barbecue back in the day, $30, $40 tops. I paid like $100 for a couple of hot dogs and burgers. It is crazy. This inflation is wild. I'm not a fan of this right now. All right. Not one fan of this. Shut up, you stupid birds. Yeah. Not a fan. But before I got to those festivities and all that fun time, I was dead asleep and I don't know what happened. I don't know if air traffic was redirected, but the Jones Beach Air Show isn't that far from me. It's like maybe 20, 30 minutes in the southern direction. All right. 15 if there's no traffic, but it's not that far. The water is water. Water links everything together. So I was sleeping, and for whatever reason, they redirected some of the planes into my area, and it's about like 9:30, 10 o'clock. I'm sleeping in because guess what? It was my day off, so why not? And normally my alarm goes up. It goes and I was like, I don't have to hear this. I don't have to hear this at all. I get to just chill and relax. And now it's like, oh, here's. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And here, and I'm like, when the fuck did I go to Palestine? I was like, hey, yo, what the hell just happened? And like, it stayed. It didn't just did like a quick flyby. It went mad slow, and the whole, like, you see my fixtures up here, if everything started shaking, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? And that's one hell of a way to wake up on Memorial Day. Just something is happening. I don't know what's happening. So I'm like, that's horrifying. That's horrifying just to hear something like that. Because there's an airplane that I talked about a couple episodes ago. The Hog A110. I could be completely making that up. I'm not a journalist. So they say when you hear the bullets, if you can hear the bullets, it's too late. Or the people, or if I can hear the bullets, then whoever those bullets were intended for didn't hear the bullets. So, because all you hear is, I'm like, that's how fast it's going, that it's like breaking the speed of sound. And it's like, that shit is crazy. I think it's the Hog A110, some shit like that. I'm pretty sure that's a diabetic term for blood pressure or blood sugar readings. But it's like, that's an A1C. Shut the fuck up. My listeners don't want to hear your diabetic rhetoric. Okay. Not today. Not on my watch. Okay. So, yeah, that was terrifying. That was really terrifying. I was like, holy shit, people in other parts of the world go through this. That can't be fun. That can't be fun. Which, I mentioned it around my friends and coworkers, and there's something strange happening. It's like, so maybe 2-3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, 5 weeks ago, plausible, 7 weeks ago, 8 weeks ago, 9 weeks ago. Okay, 10 weeks ago, I was having a conversation. I was with my cousin. We were chilling and we were talking about the Instagram algorithm. I was like, okay. And I'm like, now we're under this impression. I'm under this impression that it feels like I'm in a simulation, and we're all in a simulation because it's like, okay, this feels like a GTA lobby, but for me, it feels like a GTA lobby with less crime, like in a GTA lobby. But it was like we were talking about the algorithm for like Instagram, and he was like, "Oh, I saw this video," and he was like, "Oh, I saw that video too," and he was like, "But we don't follow the same things. We don't really do the same things." And I was like, "I don't know." So I was like, maybe it's because we're both like linked on social media. It's like, oh, if he liked this, he might like this. I was like, all right, that could be a thing. So I'm talking to my homegirl. I just shared, we don't follow each other. That's the one rule. If we work together, you can't have my social media. That's like a huge rule that I really have. I think only 2 or 3 people have it. And it's like, all right, I kind of like, there's dirt on both of us. So if you ever want to report something, I can report some shit. Yeah, it's called snitching on snitching. That's what civilians do. All right. I'm not in the streets. So it was funny because I shared the Drewski video where he pretends to be a white boy. Whoever did his makeup on that that shit was immaculate. That shit was fire. Like he genuinely looked white. He genuinely looked like what a white kid, a mixed biracial kid would look like. So, and it like they got it on and like they saved the tattoos. I don't know how they did that. That was pretty fucking fire. But the conversation was, all right, I sent her this text and she was like, yo, I just saw that. And I'm like, that's funny because as big as you think Drewski would be, a lot of people that I fuck with don't really like look at his stuff like that. So it's like, okay. So yeah, it was pretty entertaining. I'm like, okay. So we were all just being spoon fed the same information. It's the same shit I said about the Labubus because she was like, yo, like the minute you mentioned Labubu on my next to me, my timeline went crazy and now everything's Labubu this, Labubu that. And I'm like, right. So it was like, yo, I'm starting to feel like we're in a simulation. And the reason I say that is because think about it. How many times have you been on the outside in the real world and you ran into somebody that you talk to every day? Like, that's weird. Like, I'm not talking like your siblings or like your or even like say your family, like me running into, like, my mom lives about 35 miles away from me. So me running into my mom in the outside world is crazy. It's like the only time I see my mom is like in designated areas. Like, all right, I'm gonna go see my mother today. Where is she? She's in this area. And I was like, okay. But I would never feel like I would ever like, oh, I'm on this certain street getting food. My mom kind of likes the same thing too, but I would never run into her a place like that. Or like, what are the chances of you running into somebody? Like, really thinking about it. How many of people that you know in your real life, like your friends or your neighbors? I never ran into my neighbors in real life, and we go to the same supermarkets and shit like that. You would think that you were running to them, but no. So it's like I feel like sometimes this shit isn't real, and that's a very dangerous feeling because I feel like that's what people in the VR world be dealing with. They be like, oh, don't, like, if you do this to somebody in VR and like your hand goes through their like VR face, be like, oh my God, don't do that. I felt that. It's extremely painful. Yeah, I think that's where you are. But if this is true, if we are in a simulation, and while we're in this simulation, those people that are in the simulation are in another simulation, accumulating to that simulation, it's a situation. Am I trying to get deep with this? No, I don't have the capacity. But yeah, that was the conversation because everybody was talking about lack of sleep, but I was like, yo, I felt for the last 2-3 weeks, I haven't been able to get like a decent night of sleep. I feel like, nah, something's up, something's wrong. I gotta go fucking figure it out. Maybe there's something on my conscience. I don't know. I was like, maybe it's that body from like 2003 when Drake dropped "Come Home with Me." That was actually Cameron. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling, and thankfully you guys are here to listen to it because these are the way my mind processes shit. I woke up out that coma in 2003. That's when Drake dropped Chronic 2003. Presents Nigga with an Attitude, Volume 3. A shout out to Kendrick Lamar for those bars. All right. So, yeah. Let's see what else I got in mind, Doc. I don't know how to break that cycle if I know my attention feed. All right. So I've noticed something on my feed. Speaking of feeds, I'm gonna keep it on feeds. Kai Cenat is a smart person. Not just for his age, he's a smart person in general. Whatever he started, he got it popping. And it's very entertaining because if you don't know what I'm talking about, we're talking about Streamer University. This Streamer University shit is hilarious. I love it. I love the fact that they grabbed all the young kids and they was like, all right, we're gonna get everybody popping because that was the thing back in the day. If you were a streamer and a bigger streamer came to your page, if you're only used to like 10, 15 people and somebody goes to your page and their millions pour in, your page would crash. And then you would get a bunch of followers because like, oh, if he finds you worthy enough that you'll see your page, I kind of got to see what he sees in you to go see your page. And then let's do a follow. And this Streamer University is the biggest thing that I've seen where he's giving back to his he's not gatekeeping. And I love it. I love it. So like it's funny because like it's like kids I never even heard of. There's people I have heard of, and then there's Instagram people that I actually fucking follow that are there, and it just shows you how out of touch the age difference is fucking hilarious, bro. So like I follow Chicky and Melanie. So they're like around my age or older. They're like around there. And everybody's going crazy. Everybody's doing their stream. Everybody's live streaming every day. Like, all right, okay. And their stream from, let's say, 9 a.m. to 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. No, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. That should be dead. And from there to like 10 or 11, 12, that should be popping. And everybody's like, yo, why is your stream always dead? Like, why doesn't nobody really look at your shit like that? I'm like, that time frame is crazy. And we all got to like, to the fucking thinking. We were like, they're older. They're older. Now, I don't watch people's streams. I don't have the attention span for that. But they're older. So their fan base is literally my age. And from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., they're working. Nobody can watch the stream because you're supposed to be doing whatever your job is, whether you're typing, fixing, plumbing shit, electricianing shit, whatever it is. They're working. So it was funny because all the young kids are like, yo, nobody really watches you. I'm like, in the morning from this time to this time, nobody really watches you. It's mad fucking funny. So I was like, yo, that's jokes. Out of everything they got, and I don't know how he got it, but he got India Love there. India Love is a baddie. She's a baddie. Like legit. And it's funny because he brought this beautiful woman there and every guy is like fucking drooling over her. They're trying to get her attention. It is like mad funny because it's like mad what's the word I want to use? It's a dirty macking. There's mad dirty macking going in there. So this guy's talking to her. He's like, hey man, like he's like, yo, you're really beautiful. And she's like, oh my God, she's like being flattered and shit. I'm pretty sure she's pretending. She's like, oh my God, thank you. You really think I'm beautiful? And he's like, yeah, man. After this, do you think we could just like link up, get some food, see where we're at with each other and shit like that? And this man comes in like, yo, shouldn't you go see your wife and kids when you get out? Like, why are you trying to book something with her when you need to go see your wife and kids? You're literally away from your wife and kids right now. And you're over here trying to book something with her outside of her. And it doesn't sound like it's for content either. It just sounds like you're trying to get with her. And I'm like, that's fucking hilarious. That's dirty macking to its finest. That shit had me crying, yo. And I'm like, I see it. I expect this to be done here. If anything is gonna be done here, it's gonna be at Streamer University. And there's like the only thing that like makes me like look at it weird is that there's people that are pretending to be hood or they could be hood, and they don't grasp the idea that they're surrounded by people that aren't hood. So you're trying to apply hood logic to people that aren't from a hood, that people that come from like a good background, good upraising, and don't follow to your rules. So that's my only real issue that I have with the show right now. That's it. Other than that, it's fucking hilarious. Y'all should go check it out. Yeah, because like the story is that there's one kid named Ray, and I've seen this kid Ray before on his previous feed before he became who he was. And this kid is not from here. He's not even from America. And if he is from America, he's doing an amazing job pretending that he's not from America. I don't know where he is, but this nigga has a strong Asian, super Asian fucking accent. So you can't even make out half the shit they say. So what made it funny in the Streamer University is that they put him and this Dominican kid together. And I've always said, like, yo, a lot of the times Dominicans sound like they make up shit when they talk. So it's like, it's very hard to detect what the fuck they're saying. So meeting each other, and he was like, "How old are you?" And he was like, "Yes, I am good." And I'm like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like it was just complete lost in translation. So it's fucking hilarious. And then a very week later, like I said, he doesn't have the normal training that somebody that grew up in the hood would have. Like he doesn't give a shit about snitching. He's a fucking civilian. Why would a civilian care about snitching? I never got the no snitching shit to civilians. They're civilians, all right? No snitching only applies if you're a part of the streets. What the fuck is that? Yeah, that only applies. It doesn't apply to civilians. Like imagine me, like somebody like something happening in front of my dad, and my dad wants to call the police and shit like that. And he's like, "Hey man, I just saw a crime. Blah blah blah. We need to get these people off the fucking streets." And they go like, "Hey man, no snitching." And it's like, my father does not apply to your street logic, sir. But I do. I gotta go 4-5 my dad for that one. Let me stop. But yeah. So what happened was this kid was like pressing Ray because he was like, "Yo, every day they come in here, they try to take my monitor, they try moving shit, they fuck up my room." And he's telling this to the principal, which is Kai Sanat. And he's like, "All right, well," he's like, "We'll deal with it." So like the kids, I think the kid was getting thrown out. I didn't get full context, but I'm assuming he's getting thrown out. And he's like, presses Ray. He's like, "Yo, like you snitching and shit like that, I should fuck you up." And he's there with like 3 or 4 people. And there's this other girl from New York from the LES. Her name is Nina, I think. And she goes in there. She's just fucking eating her pizza. And she's like, "What the fuck you bothering Ray for? Ray ain't like us." So he's like, "You jacking snitches?" That's why he kept saying, "You jacking snitches, you jacking snitches, you jacking snitches." She's just eating her pizza. And she's like, "I could fuck you up right now. Like, I don't care." And I'm like, I like that. That's exactly what I'm talking about. I was like, that's street shit. That's street shit right there in itself. Like, you don't have to deal with him, but you could deal with me because I'm telling you, I'm about that life. So it's very, very fucking entertaining. A lot of people, side tangent, a lot of people don't get that in the corporate world. Like, I would never talk street shit or hood shit at my job. Never. I don't see the point to. I don't know your background. I don't know where you came from. I can't assume we grew up the same. I can't assume we follow the same set of rules. So I tend to leave people alone. But every now and then at my job, people try to do hood shit. And I'm like, yo, that shit ain't needed. It's not needed. Because 9 times out of the 10, the person you're arguing with doesn't come from the same background as you. So they don't abide by your rules. So like I've had one incident I work with a hood dude, and I know where there aren't cameras. I was like, "Yeah, we could go here. We could settle this, blah, 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 blah." Did our thing. And then, all right, that's it. Cool. Now, me trying to do that, somebody that grew up with both their parents, went in the suburbs and shit like that. "Hey, man, we could go over here and we could go fight." And I fucked them up. I'm pretty much expecting to be arrested by the end of my shift. I'm expecting charges to be brought up. I'm expecting a lawsuit. I'm expecting all this shit. So guess what? I don't press them motherfuckers. I leave them the fuck alone. So yeah, it took me a while to get into that mind frame. Yeah, it took me a while. Because back in the day at my jobs, when I used to get into arguments with customers, I'd be like, "Yo, I'll go clock out. We could go fucking fight." And my boss would be like, "Yo, shut the fuck up. You got to still open this up to a lawsuit." So yeah, that shit was crazy. All right. That's all I got for you guys. I didn't really have a really entertaining week. I was watching shit, seeing things, being things, you know. So I think from here, we're going to go to movie review section. I know you guys love these. I know you guys fucking hate them. I was like, I never do any of these reviews any justice. You guys fucking hate them. So speaking of justice, I was watching Justice League, the Zac Snyder version. It's a 4-hour fucking movie. And guess what? For certain movies, I would watch it. I'll watch 4 hours. It's going to take me a couple of days, but I'll watch it. And I'll remember everything where I left off. And that Zac Snyder cut is 1,000 times way better than what they released. And it also gave Jared Leto a redemption on his Joker, which I love. Because that Joker in that version was way more better than whatever they had in that Harley Quinn Suicide Squad movie. And yeah, like they really get it. And we got Batman the Curse. And I love that because my son Batman was like, "See, you didn't pay attention when I told you to choose your words carefully. And I promise you,
I will fucking kill you. And better believe, when I kill you, it's gonna be slow."
And I'm like, ooh, 6 to 12.
You will die.
Like, because that's his voice. Oh, because I was watching Batman versus Superman, and one of my favorite things is like he's talking in his normal voice. He's doing his monologue after he just fucked up Superman, and he's like, I'm pretty sure your
Parents taught you a lesson.
and in that lesson, you were taught that you could be everything that
You can be, and everything will just be fine.
But my parents taught me a different lesson,
While they were dying in the gutter.
which was we have to make people see and do things.
Let's get it shaking, bitch.
So, yeah, I love that scene. Like when movies where like they have like a voice changer, like Darth Vader. Darth Vader's best one was with he's fighting Obi-Wan. He's fighting Obi-Wan, and like one of the newer ones, not like the old fucking 1973 movies. And he doesn't know that Darth Vader is Anakin Skywalker yet. So he's fighting. He's just thinking this is a strong ass motherfucker that he's gonna kill. And he gets a shot off, and like he cuts dude's fucking helmet, and then you can see like, oh shit, that's Anakin. And he's just talking. He was like, Obi-Wan, you are not the reason I'm like this.
I did this to myself.
And I'm like, that's fucking fire. I love when somebody thinks of some shit like that, some outside the box shit. So this 4-hour movie I'm watching, they added a whole bunch of things and it's in great detail. It made me look, I'm like, yo, if we could just get projects like this, because Zack Snyder's an amazing fucking director. I still want him to do Dragon Ball Z because he's amazing with that slow down shit and then fight. He just needs more money for the CGI every now and then because I don't know who did the Flash movie. I don't know if it was him, but CGI on that shit was terrible. And the Justice League movie, there were some scenes I was like, God damn, that looks fake as shit. But he kept me so enticed with the story, the extras. I was like, yo, I didn't even care that the shit was 4 hours. Also, it reinforced a lot of the things I've been saying since I seen the first one, which was it was like a lot of needless dying there. So my favorite scene is all right, so Steppenwolf's character gets an upgrade. They upgrade his armor. I think I liked his armor better in the original one. I didn't like the one that he had, but they did add when he has like this axe that he swings. It now has like electricity or a charge going through it. So when he swings it on somebody, like not only does the axe hit, but the electricity hits or whatever force that is does it, and it kills people too. And I'm like, that's fucking fire. But his armor, I was like, meh, all right, whatever. But the most funniest scene to me was when they go for one of the mother boxes and the Amazonian cribs. So in the beginning, in the original movie, it's quick, like, oh my God, he's here. Attack him, close the walls. All right, let this shit. Like, we assumed that it just caved in. Like, but in the other one, and the Zack Snyder one, my son came in fucking them up. And they had some kind of like suicide pact in there that they didn't need to have a suicide pact for. I don't know what they thought they was dealing with. But if you're remembering the ancient text for first time Darkseid came there, yeah, they made easy work of them, but they also forgot that there was hundreds of thousands of them to go do this fight. And they only won the fight because of the Greek gods that saved it. Like if it wasn't for the Artemis bow, if it wasn't for Ares stabbing him in the neck, if it wasn't for Zeus electrocuting him to like fucking trick him, like, oh, hold up, I'm being attacked, let me focus on you, while Ares goes and chops him in the neck. Also, funny thing, I don't know if Zack Snyder did that, but him and Thor never go for the head. And like that shit, it was comical. I was like, all right, because Zack Snyder, I'm pretty sure like he looks at all that shit. So yeah. But back to the Amazonians. The Amazonians, like, all right, he's here. Don't let him get the mother box. So they try to get the mother box, and then they decide to cave in the building that they're in and sacrificing a shitload of Amazonian women in there. And then to add more further to make sure, like, all right, we're gonna do this. They're like on top of this like mountain piece that they cause it to slide, cause a mountain slide, causing that whole structure to go into the ocean and be buried in the ocean. And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. And then you just see he gets out of it. I'm like, you just killed all those fucking people. And then he makes light work of all the Amazonians, starts beating their asses, killing them. And I'm like, all right, y'all didn't stand a chance to begin with. You sacrifice mad people. And he still walked off with this shit. And the most weakest death in that whole scene was Shorty that got trampled by the horse. Because I can't tell, are the Amazonians supposed to be strong? They're supposed to be strong as women. Like they all don't look chump. They all look like they do a lot of shit. So I'm like, I can't tell if they're supposed to be like their version of super soldiers or just regular women. Because one of the girls dies from fucking being like the horse fell on her, and she's like, ugh, I'm not gonna make it. So I'm like, I don't know who wrote that piece, but you lucky. Like I like this shit. So back to that fight where Darkseid pulls up to Earth and he loses the battle. And I've argued this one piece because the Green Lantern ring. Let me see. Hold up. All right, so just got the answer. Just Googled it. So the Green Lantern ring, as much as that quote is, in darkest day and darkest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Yeah, that's not the way the ring works. The ring is one must possess strong sense of willpower and the ability to overcome significant fear. So if the ring is watching this one man go into battle, fucking mad people up, he didn't get into fear. He really like suffered like a really significant wound to his neck that could have killed him. But before that, he fights a Green Lantern. I don't remember which one it was, but he fights a Green Lantern, kills the shit out of the Green Lantern, and the ring comes off of his hand, and it didn't fly away. It was studying him like, yo, he might be a worthy person for the ring. And I'm like, do you know how crazy that would have been if he were to put the ring on and then just start wiling out with more shit? I don't think he would put the ring on, but I think he considered it when he saw that it was floating right in front of his face. He was like, are you choosing me? Are you looking at me, step bro? So yeah, I was like, I love that scene. Everybody was like, no way, it doesn't work that way. Why would the ring choose him? I'm like, I'm pretty sure there's nothing that says that you have to be a good guy. Like Sinestro was a Green Lantern person before all that shit. So, and then the other dude, oh man, what's the name? Parallax was a Green Lantern person. So I don't think it's like, all right, you have to be the best person. As long as you don't have fear in your heart, as long as your heart don't pump no Kool-Aid, you straight out here. You can do whatever you want. So yeah. Also, a movie like this I would have watched in theaters. Like watching this in theaters would have been amazing. I wouldn't need a what's that shit called? Intermission. Like, hey yo, every 2 hours and 2 hours intermission. I gotta go pee. Let me go get some more popcorn. Let me go get some more food. All right, start that shit back up. So yeah, all these things. The timelines, love them because it shows. What made this one dope is that all right. In the first one, when they resurrect Superman, they show you the timeline of what it could be. It shows Darkseid killing the Amazonian and going to her funeral, which is mad respect on his end. Him killing Aquaman using the Omega beams. What else was there? I'm trying to think. There was, like I said, it's 4 hours of content. Him just taking over the world. They got Superman in the Batcave holding Batman's cowl. And I'm like, that was the original one. And then you get to the new one, it was like, oh, there was way more. My son was doing way more out there. He was wilding out in the timeline, so I liked it. And then we get introduced to the black Superman suit because that's how you know that he turns really bad in the future, is that he dons the black Superman suit. So I was like, I like that. And I think my only real critique about the movie was at the end when they like kill Steppenwolf would be my son has Omega beams. So the portal opened and Darkseid is looking at them. He's like, all right. Like at any point they could just jump in there, but they're just watching it. And I'm like, okay. And they're all standing there, like they just killed Steppenwolf. They threw his head into the portal so he could just see it. And they're all just watching. And I'm like, at any point, my son can throw his Omega beams. He could use his Omega beams, and he doesn't have to kill Superman, but he could kill the Amazonian. He could kill the Flash. He could kill Batman. He could have killed Cyborg. He could have, like, all right, you took him. I could take all of yours. I'm like, I just think I'm a better writer than a lot of you guys. But yeah, it was very entertaining to watch that. I was like, all right, that's cool. I like that. And what else was there? Also, my son Batman. One thing with Batman. Batman is dark gloomy motherfucker. I love it. He was like, he doesn't see like the positive. He's like, no, motherfuckers is gonna die. All right, they're dead. All right, whatever it is, they're dying. Well, not dying. Batman doesn't kill, but you get the point. He makes you, if when Batman gets a hold of you, he whips your ass to the point where you're like, God, please take me now. I don't want to live like this. He's like, I'm not gonna kill you. Let me see.
I'm not gonna kill you.
No, I don't like that one.
I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna make sure you never walk again.
Like, sir, you could just finish the job. It was a pack of Skittles, $1.79. You're gonna make me a paraplegic for some Skittles?
Vengeance.
So, yeah. They just had one scene that I was looking at it. I'm like, all right, this is just me nitpicking. And I'm like, yo. He goes, we don't have Superman yet. What are we going to do, sir? He's like, you got to have a little faith, Alfred. And I'm like, he would never say that shit. Never in his fucking life would he say that shit. You got to have a little faith. You got to believe in the big man upstairs. Dark side's on the other side of the universe. But the best part of it, he was like, all right, because the mother boxes were such huge technology in that movie. It was like, all right, so it just created like instant travel. So now that the mother boxes are destroyed, he's like, all right, I guess we're going to have to go use the old methods. I was like, damn, we have yet to reach the old methods. You see Batman struggling to get his fucking little airplane to work. He's like, we're going to use the old ways. It's just taking a spaceship for a very fucking long time to get to wherever they're going. So, yeah, they'll be here in a billion years if Neil deGrasse Tyson tells it correctly. All right, I don't care how much light speed you got. It's going to be a few years. All right, there is not going to be no Earth when you get here. So, yeah. Let's see. I think that's all I had for that movie. I really liked it. It was a good movie. It's on HBO. Go watch it. Also, what I'm looking forward to for the Zac Snyder verse is he did a bunch of these where he's like, all right, you guys can release your version. In a couple of years, I release my version, and let's see if they like it. Because I started The Watchmen, his version, and I'm like, that shit's actually fire. I gotta finish watching this because I'm watching the comedian fight in the beginning, and he puts up way less of a fight because the other guy is just dominating, kicking his ass, and he's like, "Oh, you're gonna try to hit me with this combo? Bing, 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 bing." I'm like, "Oh shit!" So yeah, I think his versions I like them better than the original ones because a lot of the times I'm pretty sure there's like, "Oh, will they really consume this much movie?" And I'm like, "Yes, yes, we will." The next movie I'm gonna go consume, is the last Mission Impossible movie. That shit is 3 hours and 10 minutes. I don't know how I'm gonna be able to hold my urine, but it will be held on the seat of the chair next to me. All right, because I like to buy seats with nobody next to me for those reasons only. All right, it's frowned upon, but not illegal. At least I don't think so. At least not in my mind. If this is my simulation, it's not illegal. Not illegal at all. All right, okay. Sorry. Moving on. What we have next is...
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
Welcome to the Cool Report, and let's see what I have today. I don't think it's very testifying, amazing information, but guess what? It's information you're gonna get. So, studies have now come.
So I'll take off my hat, raise up my...
That white folks gotta relax, all right? I don't know why you guys all assume dogs are from the country, all right? I don't know why we needed to hear Coffee Anderson Memorial Day added to the song for this. Y'all need to calm the fuck down. So, apparently, bitch, can you work? A groundbreaking drug designed to extend the lifespan of larger breed dogs, or larger dog breeds, y'all niggas is dyslexic, could become available as soon as 2026. Loyal and the company developing the drug, that didn't make Loyal. Oh, I guess they're called Loyal. Loyal, the company developing the drug, is currently awaited FDA approval based on its manufacturing and safety data and early results showing promise. The Loyal CEO, Celine Halula, shared her excitement, saying Loyal was founded with the ambitious goal of developing the first drug to extend a healthy lifespan of a dog. This milestone is a result of years of careful works by teams. If approved, this innovation can transform pet care. Do you see the revolutionary step towards... I'm sorry, I can't read. The revolutionary step forward or does it raise potential ethical or practical concerns? As much as I would love it, because I have dogs. I had 2 dogs recently that passed away. Still hurts me to this day. And I have a little princess now. I wasn't supposed to have this dog, but somehow it became my fucking dog. And yeah, as dope as that is, I believe we are not meant to be doing that. We shouldn't be playing God with dogs. All right. And when it comes to these studies, I always think about, all right, you had to practice this on somebody. So how many dogs were sacrificed for us to figure out, like, oh shit, we can make them live a little bit longer now? Like, how long were those dogs in the cages, or how far in the lifespan? At what point do you start giving them the medication to keep them alive? Um, Side effects. How many dogs caught cancer or fucking organ failure or some shit that's horrible? How many dogs were just being tested and their fucking skin just fell off? All these things have to come into play. That's why I use Dawn, because they're in your face with the animal testing. And they like, all right, it doesn't seem like it bothers the ducks. I've seen the commercials. We've all seen the commercials. So that's the only soap I use, because it's good for the ducks. It's good for me. But this one, extending life, I don't know how good that is. That's a little bit like, all right, we already have an overpopulation problem. We're going to bring something else to do more overpopulating. Like, that's a lot. And I love dogs. But a little tickle in my throat. Pause. It just seems like a lot, because there's some dogs, man. Like, I love my Labrador. My Labrador is one of my favorite dogs. He was an asshole, but he was one of my favorite dogs. He was just like me. So what it was is that when he got older, he started developing arthritis in his hip dysplasia. And when he would go through it, it would fucking suck. And I just feel so bad for my dog. So am I prolonging more of that in this situation that's being brought to us at hand? Like, all right, we could do this, but just know, you're going to be dealing with more medical bills down the line. You don't know what your dog is predisposed to, especially you got one of those dogs, those fancy dogs, little teacup motherfuckers. Like, yeah. Or King Corso, because they did say larger breeds. Like one of them things, they have hip dysplasia. So you're prolonging more torture. That's the way I see it. You're prolonging more torture down the line, because it's inevitable. Like there's nothing you can really do. There's something you can do. I don't think so. I don't think there's nothing you can really do to help your dog to like pre-expose genetic shit, because that's a big ass dog, yo. Like, damn. So as cool as this would be, and I would love it, I think it's unfair to them. It's unfair to the doggies and the doggos out there in the world, or the cats. Like, yeah. As much as at this point, it's just fucking selfish. Because if it's their time to go, it's their time to go. Like, I don't know why motherfuckers be prolonging the inevitable. Like, I just saw a video of a guy walking his dog, and his dog is paralyzed. He can't move none of his legs. So what they do, they put him in a baby walker, and they just drag him around town. And I'm like, as much as you probably think that's cool, that dog probably fucking hates it. like, get me now. Why do you insist on doing this to me? So, yeah. In other news, let's see what else I got. Move, bitch. The Annabelle doll is missing. The Annabelle doll. You know, where the movie they that series of movies they did a whole show about, or shows in general. Yeah, The Conjuring, The Haunting, and all that shit. Yeah, the Annabelle doll is missing. For some reason, somebody thought it would be a smart idea to send this doll on a fucking American tour. An Eros tour. I think that's what they're calling. I don't know what the fuck that even means. What does Eros mean? But yeah. It's went missing in Louisiana. You know what happened in Louisiana when it went missing? The fucking prisoner break, that fucking racist ass house burned down. A bunch of shit happened. It's like, it also, wait, I think it went missing in Texas, if I'm correct. But it was in Louisiana around that same time. So, let's see. Let me stop freestyling and read the shit. The infamous Annabelle doll, believed by some to be haunted, sparked panic online this week after social media users claimed it had gone missing during a paranormal tour in the U.S. The doll is linked to conspiracy theories to a series of fires in New Orleans this month. Okay, I was right. It was reportedly not visible to visitors at a recent shot, fueling wild speculations. I can believe it. You're moving something around like that. If something is that terribly evil, if their works aren't going to do it, somebody that wants it is going to go get it. Because if you hear something like the Annabelle doll is going on tour, you could probably grab it. I don't think it's gonna have like the most crazy amount of fucking security. And 9 times out of 10, if that tour isn't generating a lot of money, they're just UPS shipping that shit from place to place to place. They're putting that shit on a USPS fucking truck and sending it out to the next spot. So that going missing is pretty wild. Especially when Shorty told us, like, yo, this shit should never be moved. We have to bless the case like every week. We have to contain the evil that's in here. And he was like, we're just gonna ground strip. We're just gonna ground ship it. Why not? So yeah. And of course, the internet's gonna internet. They have fucking sightings of the doll. The doll. There's a page where a guy has like a fucking live stream of the doll just like fucking dancing with 6 other demon dolls behind it. That shit is fucking hilarious. Yeah, people were claiming conspiracies. They're saying like, oh, all of these things, all these bad things is happening because this doll is free. I'm like, I can't fault you on that. See, I don't know if any of this stuff is true. There's evil in the world, but I don't know if there's evil in the world as depicted as this. So it's like, okay. But yeah. And that doll, whoever makes that doll, if they're not capitalizing on this and selling those dolls everywhere, because I forget the name of the doll that it is. Let's see. I gotta do that at least. I gotta do my due diligence there. Because I don't know. I don't remember the name of the doll. Knickerbocker. Oh, this is a New York thing. That's the Knicks' real name, right? The Knickerbockers? Knicks' real name. Yeah, the Knickerbockers. I don't like that. I don't like that. It sounds too close to something else. All right. That's the name of this episode. So, yeah. Let's see. And the bug missing. The internet panics. Blah blah blah. All right. So yeah, this doll is missing, and it's like, okay, what do y'all want me to do? You giving me this information makes me want to do what? Stay the fuck away from it. Guess what? Guess who wanted to go to Louisiana to go on that one road that stretches for 24 miles over open water? Me. Guess who's not going there now until they find that shit? Not me. All right. If any more shit happens over there, guess what? Guess what? That's just gonna be a hot zone, all right? Until they find that shit, who do you even send to go look for that? Like you dead ass need the Ghostbusters. You need somebody like that crew to go there and get ready to pack that shit up, because that couple is gone. They don't exist no more. I've never heard of any other couples going there, and I'm pretty sure they're gonna hire some amateur couple. Like, I think we got this. I think we have it. And I don't know if you guys ever seen Casper when they sent in like the priest to go deal with it, and dude came back out the crib with his head snapped. Yeah, still walking alive somehow, but his joint was snapped. So, yeah. It's like, I don't know what you want me to do with this information, but guess who the fuck is minding their business? Me. And if the Annabelle doll were to somehow end up in Queens, I'm pretty sure somebody's going to shoot the shit out of it. All right? Even if it's not even the real Annabelle doll. They just see anybody in an Annabelle doll like, oh shit, because, you know, the fuck is this superstitious out here? And they're making me suspicious, Holmes. And yeah, that shit ain't gonna go good. But it's a knicker doll. I don't like that. No. Yeah. The Knickerbocker Toy Company version according to do they still make these dolls? That's a better question. Shopping. Oh, you can't. No, that's not. Oh, $500. Hey. I think my mom used to have one of these dolls when she was growing up. I believe when she saw the movie, she's like, I had that. I was like, you're evil. You're evil. Explains everything now. Let me stop. I love my mom sometimes. All right. Let's see what else I got. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do. Down, 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 down. All right, let's see what else I got on my docket. Oh, we go. Oh, I was doing a hip hop beat, and we're going to hip hop. And you know what's annoying me? The fucking sirens in the background. Hopefully, you guys can hear that. MGK. Do I want to play his music? Wait, what was that? Just hilarious explains her problem with Natalie. I don't give a fuck. What the fuck you bothering me about that? My son dropped. I get it. Like, there's other markets other than hip hop, but you can't call yourself the rap whatever you called yourself, and then go to this. All right, now I would look at Eminem different if he started doing music like this. So,
Baby, I'm
gonna play you a little. Probably see the video from here.
Tell me, would you wait for me? Baby, I'm a rolling stone. I got a lot of right in me.
Hey.
But I don't want to say this wrong. Tell me, would you stay with me? Maybe we can make
It's
this
them washing
home. You should run away with
the
me, even if you're better
E
off
car.
alone. I like that you like me.
Hey.
I kissed your lips, you got good taste. I like that you like me. I could close my eyes and draw your face. If you take this chance, I'll give you oxygen to breathe me in, but I'll say sorry in advance.
It's not bad.
It's like that every day, and I'll try my best. It sounds cliche, but tell me, would you wait for me? Baby, I'm a rolling stone. I got a lot of right in me, but I don't want to say this wrong. Tell me, would you
On my
stay
cool
with
jet.
me? Maybe we can make.
It's not a bad song. It just seems like, where the hell did this come from? Now, him washing the electric car is fucking hilarious. But him washing the car and then it rains later in the video, I felt that. The rest of the song, whatever. It's a good beat. It's a catchy beat. I think it's going to take off. I think it's going to do amazing out there. But it's the fact that he's bringing all this attention that you went against Eminem. You said a lot of things and now you're no longer in the genre. You went from that battle, went to acting, and now whatever this is. I think this is pop. But if you're going to be versatile and whatever you're going to be versatile in, yeah, that's not a bad look. And I don't think he wrote that. I'm pretty sure somebody gave it to him. There's like, hey, if you want a new image, you want to do something else, get more money, here, come do this. Because they cleaned him up. I'm used to watching him look all stupid looking. He dresses suspicious. And it's like, in this one, he was like, he still looks weird, but he looks like he fits in for the role of, hey, man, I'm going to be a pop star. So I was going to say punk rocker, but that's not punk rocker vibes. I'm going to be a pop star, and let's try out this genre. But it's not a bad song. It'll be catchy. If it plays enough in the fucking Target, it'll be catchy. You're going to download that shit or you're going to stream it, whatever. But it was just pretty funny that I was like, damn, bro, you went against Eminem. Some people thought you won. I don't know who those people are. It wasn't me, but some people thought you won. And now you're doing this music. It is like, we thought you were going to continue rapping. But it's very close-minded for people to be like, oh, you can't do that. You can't jump to this after you just said that. No, you can't look at it that way either. It has to be, all right, either we're doing this or we're doing that, but we can't do both ways. And I'm like, that's a shitty way to see things. If I'm a musician, if I'm a podcast, that's like me. Like if I go from this and then you guys see me, no, I get mad at that sometimes too. Never mind. But it's like this Instagram girl that I follow. I fucking she got me through a breakup. So shit. Beautiful, stunning, exquisite creature. Definition of beauty. Her voice, though, I could tolerate it because the visual is amazing. Decided she wanted to make music. And I'm like, let's hear it. Okay, this is terrible. And it was like, oh, shit. I was like, I don't want to be the dickhead to be like, hey, man, you should probably just... It sounds fucked up. That's like when that lady told LeBron, you should just shut up and dribble. I'm like, I mean, you could go down the avenues if you want, but sometimes certain avenues, I'm like, you should stay the fuck off the area. Stay out the area. Like me, I would never go into rapping. As much as I like rapping, I'll never go into rapping. I can't do it. I don't have the attention span to fucking keep a flow. So, yeah. This is going to be entertaining because that's what all the comments are going to be. But this is how you could also beat them. And I'm like, all right, I didn't do it in rap, but I made it in pop. And let's see where we go from here. So, yeah. The Cool Report really was a cooling, but it was okay. It's It's the best I could do for you guys. Did I have something else? I felt like I had something else. What I need to figure out is why. God damn, Rihanna. I don't know if she got her body done, but sheesh. Is that messed up to say, hey, did you get your body done? I don't know. All right, let's see. All right, that's all I got for the cool report. We're gonna move out of there. And where are we gonna go to? See, it got me. All right, we're gonna go to the.
Wait, Jose! Jose, I got to tell you something.
All right. I got 3 questions from people that want to ask me podcast stuff and personal stuff. All right, so we're gonna get into the personal stuff. I was asked, how are you a grown-ass man with toys? You talking about the Labubu that I've been mentioning for the last 2 episodes that you're making me mention again? So that's 3 episodes of me mentioning a brand that's not paying me? Okay. Just because I'm grown does not make me an adult. All right? Just because I'm old does not make me grown. All right? I have trauma. Let me stop. But yeah, that's all it is. I've seen a lot of people taking shots. I was like, all right. I'm like, a lot of people are like really watching my financials and how cavalier I am with them. I don't mind that at all. It's fine. My response is this one to a lot of people.
Oh my God, I love your bag.
Don't touch my Labubus, you broke bitch. Fuck away from me.
Don't touch my Labubus, you broke bitch. But yeah, it's very entertaining. And I was like, it's a trend, it's a fad, it's whatever. People go through it. But I never got the stance that a lot of people take being mad at people for doing shit. Like, you know what I got mad? No, it's a real reason to be mad. When we were going through a pandemic and all the toilet paper was gone. I don't know why people would be mad at like trends like this. So it's funny. Like, I had this one right here.
Man, what is with these fucking Labubu things? Like, I see everyone like dripping them out and shit. Bitch, why aren't your kids dressed like that? Invest in your kids. Why are you investing in a fucking stupid ass little plushie that needs braces and got shark teeth? What the fuck? It's cute. No, bitch, you following a trend. You obviously you're a follower. What the that's just so weird. Am I the only one that thinks those fucking money?
So my response is very fucking easy. It's gonna offend some of y'all out there, but my response is easy. Because if you have a stance like she has a stance, like, oh my God, you take care of your kids, blah, blah, blah. I ain't got no kids. So that's one positive thing for me. Hey, can I get an air horn? 2, can't talk about things that have braces when you need braces too. That's 2. I'm sorry. That's 2. And 3, it's going to piss some people off. 3 is going to piss people off because they're going to feel like they're personally attacked. But I'm not personally attacking you. I'm personally attacking this person real quick. Because she asked for it. And if you smoke marijuana, you started it at a young age, let's say 13, because that's where it starts in my neighborhood. 13. A kid from Belly, nigga smoking at 8 years old, that's wild. Seeing an 8-year-old smoke weed is fucking crazy. But 13, okay? You did it because you were following a trend. And you stood with it. And some of you pot smokers, you cannabis, let me shut up. But a lot of y'all, not all of you, but a lot of y'all made that your personality. That's putting a trend way up there. Like some of y'all, not all of y'all, some of y'all made that your personality. So I feel like if you're speaking on me buying things and not comparing the shit that you're buying, one-time fee versus an everyday fee, a weekly fee, a monthly fee, you cannot talk to me. You cannot talk to me. You cannot.
You cannot trick me.
Can't.
You cannot trick me.
Can't. Sorry. And don't talk about my Lil Boo Boo's teeth where you need braces too, all right? If you need braces, don't even fucking come to. Go get a job that has dental, you broke bitches. Don't touch my Lil Boo Boo, you broke bitches. But yeah, now it's just mad funny because I had a couple people ask me, and I was like, oh, it's just something that's happening out here. And I was like, wait, it's not happening just out here. It's happening. It's trending around the world. So I was like, all right, it probably just ain't hit your feeds yet, but once you have the conversation near your phone, it's gonna hit your feeds and then it's gonna fucking take over your feed line. So I don't know. It was up to open interpretation. Because I had my cousin Chris was like, yo, what is this Boo Boo thing you talking about? I'm like, it's just some things. He was like, is this like Pokemon? And I'm like, no, they don't come out of a ball. Sadly. But it was just funny because he was questioning it too. I was like, yo, bro. I'm like, it's whatever. I just got it just to get it. I got a real one and I got a fake one, and I have more fun with the fake one. The other day I was driving around with the fake one. I have the fake one mounted on my handlebar of my car. And like that emergency one, like how fat people get out the car, like, or like the thing that your parents grab when you're driving too fast. Had mine hanging off of it, and I was driving by, and this lady and stuff like, "Oh my god, is that a La Boo Boo?" I was like, "Nah, it's a La Foo Foo." She's like, "Where'd you get it?" I told you it's a La Foo Foo. It's not right. I want one too. I was like, "All right, bitch, go to Roosevelt Film Mall." But yeah, pretty fucking funny. And I got like my shit like dripped in a chain, so I'm dripping them out. My job won't provide dental for my Labubu, so I can't get his teeth fixed yet. So I don't know. One of these days, I got to take it a day at a time, man. A day at a time. All right, let's see what else you got. All right, I'm gonna do this one real quick because the other one's gonna take long. Have I seen the Rory and Maul talking about the producer beef? Yes, I have. What do I have to say on it? Who didn't see it coming? See, when you have to be in a position to make moves. Like me, I would love a producer. I would love a producer on the show. I would love it. I don't think it's gonna change much of the format, but I just want somebody to edit this. I just want the baby. I don't want the labor pains. So it's very entertaining that people normally make this mistake, and I see it all the time. It started off with the Joe Budden podcast. He's the only one that ever made it work. But if you hire your producer, your editor to be part of the show, a speaking person, he's doing two jobs. And if you haven't noticed yet, they're going to have leverage over the job. So when Rory and Maul used to be in the Joe Budden podcast and they split off, I saw that they made the mistake of having their editor in the show too. So somebody that gets a little limelight, a lot of attention, and they're in a position to negotiate. And it's up to you to be like, all right, can we deal with this negotiation that we got to get rid of them? And they decided to get rid of their producer / editor. And I was like, okay, yeah, that was a smart move because they have the bargaining chips. If I were to go do a show with somebody else is coming up with the content, somebody else is coming up with the writing, the editing, the promoting, the posting, guess what? They're already doing way more than I'm doing. And now I'm running the risk of one day having to be like, okay, I'm going to have to negotiate for less because you're doing more. And a lot of people don't want to do that. So it's okay. A lot of people don't see it. This is no different than being in a fucking regular work job. If somebody's working way harder and somebody else is getting more attention than you are, you're going to fucking feel away. So yeah, who didn't see that coming? I think the producer has a chance to do something good with his show. He just has to find a way to like move it away from the drama and then just focus on his craft. That's it. That's all it is. But yeah, I saw this beef coming. They should have saw it because when they left, they were complaining about contract negotiations, but I don't think they were doing as much as what their producer was doing or what Parks is doing. So it's very tricky waters. And if you don't want to do the work, guess what? You kind of have the ball in your court. And you could either hijack the host show and leave with it, or you could leave and then you have to prove your worth somewhere else. See, a lot of people don't get that. If you're part of a big platform and you're thinking that I'm doing this and I'm doing that, they're here for me 9 times out of 10. They're not there for you. They're there for the person that they came to go see. Like for the JBP, Joe Budden has the name. So I watch the JBP because Joe Budden says stupid shit. His cast, maybe. I only like Mark Lamont Hill because Mark Lamont Hill, whenever he needs to like speak some like real shit, he'll do it. I'm like, all right, this is what we're talking about, blah, blah, blah. He's a little bit of a fucking, what's the word I want to use? Fuck, I forgot. He's I just forgot it again. God damn it. He be kissing ass. That's it. He be kissing ass, and I'm like, all right, man, you gotta relax. But yeah. But when it comes to for that, even like if the paperwork should have been different. Like, all right, if you're gonna be part of the show and talking on the show, this contract has to be different from when you go and do this part of the show for the producer portion. It can't be the same contract. You're fucking double dipping, and that's bad. So yeah. And they said it. He was like, we're never doing this shit again. That's smart. You can't have a person playing two roles. And eventually he's going to get tired of doing both roles, especially if he's not being compensated correctly. So he's going to be like, all right, I want to be the figurehead on the show now. Well, we don't want you to do that. Go back to being a producer. No. This door has already been open. So yeah, it's going to lead to turmoil. And that's the way it normally goes. But yeah, that's what also makes me skeptical about getting people. All right. Now next to the thing. Have you seen the Tory clip? Yes. I have. They've actually dropped multiple clips since this man has been stabbed. I think I spoke about it in the last episode, but I didn't really fully speak on it. And it was just way too much, a lot going on. Besides, now that the bodyguard has testified, they released the police footage. They released the body cam footage of the police officers of the guy that was supposed to originally testify. Meg Thee Stallion's body footage came out. She was like, I can't go to jail. I can't have this on my image. All that shit came out. Is this going to open his case back up? No. He's going to have to stay where you are. The thing that I didn't get about this conversation that we were having is that people seem to not understand that he is in prison. He's in prison. The fuck aren't you guys getting? He's in prison. You're not there to have a good time there. You're there to be punished. You did something the society has seen that we have to remove you from society for a certain amount of time, and then we can release you one day. Is it the correct answer? No. But I still don't want somebody that committed a heinous crime to be out there in the free world to keep doing it. I'm like, I believe that prisons are put in place for a reason, but the biggest flaw that they have is that there is no plan after release. Their rehabilitation is not properly done there. A lot of people that commit crimes, have felonies, go back into doing more crimes. A lot of people that go there for small crimes learn how to do bigger crimes. They be the bigger contacts. They do all this shit. So, yeah. Also, you're around some people that have loose morals. All right. We're not gonna sugarcoat shit. We're not gonna sugarcoat shit over here. All right. I'm diabetic. I can't handle that truth. So, it's crazy that people are like, oh my God, he got stabbed. Where was he? He wasn't in protected custody. You're out in the yard. You let the Napoleon complex get to you. You think because you're putting food in people's books, you think because you're putting money in people's books of feeding some people in there that you're going to be safe all the time? No. That does not work like that. Because you can never, ever really be surrounded by people all the time. You're going to get caught slipping, and that's apparently what happened. So he got into an argument, and dude got a hold of him. And I think dude he might have a decent reply that might save him, because he was like, yo, I thought I was in danger, which is funny because you watch the video, he was never in danger. He was fucking fine. He dominated Tory that whole fight. It was crazy. From the fight that I saw, it looked like he crept Tory from behind, and then he paused, and then he got him down. See, me and Tory are about the same height. If I get up, I'm gonna be still the same height as I get up from the seat. We're short. Now we have to know how to fight. We have to know how to do a lot of shit. But if anybody that's bigger than us gets on top of us, it's a wrap. It's cooked. We're cooked. It's over. So that's what happened. It looks like they were on the second floor. They were walking. He saw Tory, grabbed him up, hit him, yoked him, pulled out the banger, stab. I think Tory was very lucky. After seeing that, if you ever been in a fight with somebody with a knife, they always tell you there's a way to hold a knife, and if somebody holds a knife a certain way, they don't know what the fuck they're doing. So if they hold it upwards, I don't like that hand gesture. They hold it upwards like this, then they don't know what the fuck they're doing. But if they hold it like this, you're in danger. So, yeah. It's me watching that video, dude going, I thought, like, all right, dude got lucky with 14 stabs. Like, they were fighting stab, 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 right? No. Watching the video, he was on top of him. Stab, 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 stab. I think he was very lucky. I think Tory Lanez was very lucky in the situation. But we're not going to pretend that he's not there for a reason. Even if he is somehow innocent from all this shit, he put himself there. Why did he put himself there? Following a street code. All right, you're going to follow a street code? Those are the consequences. I had this conversation before where we're like, oh, my one of the teachers at the school I went to in Springfield, he goes, yo, if your man comes to your crib with a gun, leaves it in your crib, police come looking for him. They get the boat for you. They find the gun, and they be like, all right, because this is your home and we're going to assume this is your gun. This gun has bodies. Are you willing to take the time for your man? And a lot of stupid motherfuckers will be like, yeah, that's my man. Yo, I'll go do 25, 30 fucking years. And it's like, wow, other street codes, real street codes, because that's the dumb ones, I'll be like, yo, if that's my shit, I'm not going to get my man's jammed up on this shit. That's my shit right there, right? It is what it is. Some people take responsibility. Some people don't, all right? It depends who's in your circle, who's a fucking stand-up guy, who isn't. Like, that's what it comes down to. So he followed the street code, and it came back to bite him in the ass. He didn't want to testify, and then I found out the reason the bodyguard didn't testify because it would have dragged the case out longer. My man, you were already doing time. What's dragging the case out a little bit longer? You're doing 10 years, bro. So I don't know. He thought he was going to go home, but whatever it was, that's what caused it. So now he's in there, not in PC. He thinks I think because he's like taking care of the people around him, he feels that he's safe, and he wasn't safe. Somebody got him. The argument was over a girl. The guy said, hey, I felt that I was in danger, so I was going to get him first so I don't get caught slipping. Is it a solid defense? No. But I could get why he thought that was a thing. My whole thing from this whole thing was somebody walked by Tory. Literally walked right by Tory. Didn't help him. Stabbed 14 times. He's leaking. That's not a little bit of blood. That's a lot of blood. And they just walk right past him. That's your street code for you. Nobody's going to help you. Nobody's going to touch you. Nobody knows you got stabbed for. So it's like, okay. That's why I said in the last episode when I was talking about it, I was like, yo, I don't know why he's in Gen Pop because there's a green light on a lot of people. Then I figured out, I didn't figure out. They were saying that, he was paying for kind of like low-key protection, or he was just taking care of people on the block, which is still paying for protection. And then they caught him. The next thing that I saw in this video, there was no QRF task force put out. It took him a minute to get up, go downstairs, and then he probably was like, yo, I need to go to the meds. His story sounds a little fishy too, because you can't just have 2 collapsed lungs and then you're walking around. He got up and just walked away. I've never seen somebody with 2 collapsed lungs walk away like that. I've never seen somebody with 2 collapsed lungs be better and like a couple of hours later. Never seen it. So I don't know. I don't know how fishy that story is. I think they're just trying to get him out. But I did not see a quick a QRS. I did not see a QRF team at all. It seems like he had to walk to the front gate like, all right, yo, I got to go to the medic, which is crazy. Also, what else I got? I already said that. So there was a petition to free this man. I don't think that's going to work. I don't think it's going to work. Why would it work? You couldn't get Larry Hoover out. Shit. Actually, he just got pardoned. So, but it wasn't through a petition. So, yeah. There's mad people that were petitions for us. They don't get out from that. Yeah, you could do it, but it doesn't mean it's going to happen. So, yeah, there's a petition to get him out. All this new information came out. It doesn't paint Meg Thee Stallion in the best light, but also there was a casing where there was a conversation where it was like, all right, a lot of this shit was discussed in court. So I don't think they're going to open it back up. What else do I got? Oh, I saw a group of people that wants the Spanish dude sent to El Salvador. And it was like, can you explain why you want him sent to El Salvador? Because if you're asking me, it sounds like you're making an assumption, assuming that this low-life person, he's a killer and a pedophile, isn't an American. You're making an assumption that he's not an American. So why would he go to El Salvador? I've been seeing that argument and it's like really fucking funny. I'm like, why would he go to El Salvador? If he's being processed there, he still has to do his time because Tory has to do his, because guess who's here illegally? Tory Lanez. Well, I don't know if his visa ran out, but he was probably here on a work visa doing the tours and shit like that. But he is not an American. He's a North American, but he's not an American. It's Canadian American. So the minute you get charged with shit, guess what? They revoked your shit. The minute, whether it's something tiny or something gigantic, yeah, they're revoking your shit. So allegedly you're in America with a gun. Gun belongs to you. You shouldn't have a gun because you're not an American. So if anybody, according to your logic, if anybody should be getting sent to El Salvador, it's Mr. Lanez. And then they're going to send him back to Canada. But I was like, I didn't get the point of that conversation. Because I was like, we don't know what this guy is. Because his last name is confusing. His last name is Santino. That shit sounds Italian to me, but he looks Mexican. So I don't know. Maybe an Italian dude got of a Mexican dude or something else. But he looks like he could be from here. So this whole argument, they're like, oh, send him to El Salvador has been a funny conversation. Because I was like, why are we sending him? Why are we sending him to El Salvador, a place that we don't know that if he's actually not from here? I need answers. So, yeah. Let's see what else I got. Let's see what else I got. Never spoke of that. Yep. All right. We're going to get out of here and we're going to go to... Welcome, everybody to Part-Time Lover. This is where everybody comes here to come get their drama. This is where the messiness is. This is where everybody likes to fast forward to, but a view. And Part-Time Lover is for people that want to ask questions about relationships or other things, and they try to get a different POV from what they have, and either they take the information, don't take the information, they can do whatever they want with the information. I am not a licensed professional. I am just somebody here with a microphone and 2 cameras in his face. Hey. So, let's see what I got on my docket. All right. I made the error of not copying and pasting. I get the gist of it because I was supposed to. Hold up. Let me go get the emails. Hold up. Give me a second. That wasn't a punch-in. All right. I found the emails. I got the questions for you guys. Let's go. Coming. I ruined it. Sorry.
He wants me to spit in his mouth during sex.
Hey.
I'm very vanilla.
Ooh.
I don't like being extra in the bedroom, but he's really pushing for it. Am I just supposed to do it because he likes it and express my disgust and ruin the mood?
I mean, do you love him? Do you love him? Do you really wanna love him? 'Cause it's gonna ask for more. That's crazy. I don't see a problem. I don't think that's a crazy request. A little spit is not a crazy request. It's not. You want to know why? Because you fucking make out. And what are you doing? You're swapping spit. So I'm not getting what I'm not trying to get defensive. I don't know who sent this question, but yeah. I don't think that's the most crazy request. He's like, oh bitch, let me open up and like in your butthole. So, but yeah. I mean, you could tell him, but I think sometimes they come with consequences. I believe sometimes they do, and sometimes like if they always say this shit. I'm not a fan of this line, but if you don't do it, somebody else will. It sounds crazy. It sounds fucked up. But I think when it comes to like, and that's vanilla too. That's not a really thing. I know you're way more vanilla than that. Because I don't think that's like, oh, a little spit in my mouth, bitch. Yeah, I don't think that's that wild. I don't think so. So it's like, all right. then it's kind of making me wonder, like, what do you do? Like, if it's just missionary, missionary, missionary. Don't look at my eyes. So, don't look at me. Oh man, those are the best. Don't look at me. I was like, oh, you really didn't want me to fuck. I don't. Eh. The girls would go, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I was like, oh man, you really didn't see me in this position with you. So it's really fucking crazy. Like, don't make eye contact. I was like, I can't. My glasses are off. But yeah, I don't think that's like crazy. Like, I mean, it's your choice. You can do whatever you want. But I think that does run the factor of like, all right, I really can't do a lot here. Or what's the bare minimum that you can do? Like, what's the bare minimum that you could do? It's like, all right, I'll take it. Like, what would be the olive branch in this case? Like, how about this? I pour water in your mouth. like, or like a little holy bottle. That's crazy, son. That's crazy. I mean, it's really up to you. You're the one that has to do it. You have to consent to it. Everything has to be done consensually, as it should be. And I'm not trying to sound Diddy-ish over here, but yeah. Also, you're doing it to him, so I don't think you're in the worst position. So yeah, because when I asked to do it, it's because my sugar beaties is acting up. I was like, oh my god, I'm so dehydrated. I need some water. Thank you very much. Yeah. So yeah. It's wild. But yeah, I mean, you could have the conversation like, hey, hold up. Yo, what I wrote was 1,000 times worse. Did I said it? What I just freestyled was way better than what I wrote. I'm gonna give it to you guys anyway. So I wrote, sometimes I spit inside of it and wait to listen for a splash. Like I just spit off the side of a building. What the fuck is wrong with me? Like, yo. But no, ma'am, if you don't want to do that, go ahead, tell him like, yeah, that's not my boat. I'm sorry. And maybe you guys could find a ways to kind of get there or not. You guys are gonna have to figure it out. I don't think it's a deal breaker, but I think you kind of open the door to other shit. But that's just me. Who am I? I'm just a guy with a mic. So why would I write that? Wow. That was sick. I be saying, yo, the things I be freestyling versus the things that I write down, I think I'm glad I freestyle it because I be saying some wild shit sometimes. That was wild. Oh my God. All right, I think we should move on to the next question. Let's go.
Took a 6-month break and got back together. On our first night being intimate, she broke out new moves. As much as I want to be happy with it, I want to know where she learned this from. Am I foul and starting shit if I ask?
Yes, you are. You earned that one. Because you're killing the vibes.
You know the fucking vibes.
You're supposed to know the vibes, all right, okay? Now, she learned new moves on the break. That has nothing to do with you, my guy. That means that has nothing to do with you. Whatever she learned on the break is whatever she learned on the break. If somebody went and cracked her muffins, y'all shouldn't have taken the break if you really didn't want to deal with that. That's what it really comes down to. Who initiated the break? If it was you, then all right, then you just created a new timeline for you to deal with. If she initiated the break, she had somebody that she wanted to crack her muffins. Does that make any sense? Because you don't initiate a break unless you got something like, all right, I really want to take something down. Let me go start an argument. All right, let me get the fuck out of here. So it's like, okay. So she learned new moves. Were they good? Clearly they were good. You're worried. I'm like, hey, where'd you learn these moves from? I think you should just shut the fuck up. Like, you're going to ruin it for yourself, all right? All right, that's it. And if she wanted to break...
Clown pussy.
Yeah. You need to wonder how many more breaks you're going to get as some more guys get into the roster. But that's a whole different thing. You want to know why she learned new moves. I think you're... I think you should be proud of that guy. Should be proud of him. That's all Arnie moves, all right? Had your girl like this. She had you like this. And then you went from that to...
Lord have mercy, I'm about to bust.
Right? You should be thankful for whoever taught her those moves, all right? I think you need to grow up, all right? You see this message?
Catch that shit, cuz!
Catch it. Because that has nothing to do with you. If she wanted to go get railed by 100 guys on the breakup, has nothing to do with you. You guys weren't together. All right. Is that the most ideal situation? No, a lot of people don't go to do that. But if it does, it has nothing to do with you. All right. You have to focus on the now. All right. That's what you have to focus on. You're over here focusing like on things that she did when you weren't there or a couple. That's wild to me. How can you do that? You can't be FBI, open up! Too late, bro. Somebody was already her doors down, knocking them walls down, cheeks split, cream in the center. That was wild. Why am I still doing this?
Help me! Help me!
So yeah, you can't complain. Can't complain. And if they're amazing moves, guess what? You owe that man a beer. You owe him a 6-pack, a 12-pack. But an argument? No. You can't do that, all right? You can't. I'm sorry.
Nay, I do not jest like that. I do not jest like that. No, you frolic too much.
I'm just saying. I don't think you could get mad if your girl came through and she was like, right? She wasn't doing the like that before and she does it now. You owe that man some thanks, all right? You owe him the benefit. Like, yo, man, you really did that, all right? You really did that, all right? You can't be in your room. Where did she learn that from? You can't be. All right? After she did that to you, you should have been like, all right.
Okay, let's go.
I need time to think. I'll be back. And then you could go ponder all that shit. And you could do your little measure, your little weight measure. Like, does this outweigh this kind of shit? And then you can move forward. But as far as what she did in her past, doesn't concern you, guy. You guys are split up. And are you really ready for that information? Because what if she says a name that you don't like, right? What if she goes, oh, it was that person I told you not to worry about? Like, there's so many plays that this can go, and you're like, God damn. Like, what do you find out? Like, the person she like clapped was your high school bully or your boss. That's, you wouldn't want to know that. That's going to hurt your feelings. You're going to go on a fucking watch. So, yeah. I don't think it's wise to be like, hey, where'd you learn that from? Oh, he taught me how to do this. That's going to be crazy, son. That's going to be wild, son. You're ruining your day with that one. So, I'm going to get out of... Thank you, everybody that partakes in that. So, it's time to move over to the end. We were at the finisher part, and thank you. You guys have been great. All right, I fucks with y'all. Episode 154. I don't know what I'm going to call this yet. We'll figure it out. Now, I want to try something. See, there's this trend going on TikTok where people are wishing people good night, and I don't think I was going to do that last night, but I ended up falling asleep. So let's see if this person's going to pick up. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Yo, buddy, how's it going?
What's up, friend?
Nothing much. I wanted to make sure. How you doing on this beautiful day?
No, not bad.
Good. Just wanted to wish you a great day. Did you eat yet?
What do you want, Jose?
I'm just wishing you a great day, great morning. All right, I want you to...
Grand Rising.
Yes. I want the best for you. I just want to make sure that you know that I want the best for you.
Why? What's going on today?
No, nothing. That's it. That's all I'm doing. I'm calling all my friends and wishing them grand rising. So it's just one right now.
Grand rising to you.
At 12 o'clock in the afternoon, grand rising. All right.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
All right. That's it. That's all I got for you. That's all I have.
You get some bad news or something today?
No. Nothing like that. I have great news. Only positivity. Only positivity.
All right.
All right, bro. Have a great day. All right.
Say it back.
I didn't hear what you say, bro.
Oh, I know what this is.
What did you say? What did you say? I didn't hear it. Your phone broke off.
I said, I know what this is.
No, before that.
Oh, fuck. All right, man.
All right, later, broseph.
Peace.
All right, I had to do that. So, yeah. Hopefully, you guys are doing good out there. Hopefully, you guys keep things going. Hopefully, things are going your way. But before I get out of here, I want to say, why is my microphone acting like that? Shout out to you guys, chasing your dreams, doing your things out there, hustling. I know even on the days you don't want to get up, you still got to get up and you got to make shit happen. All right? Because we all have responsibilities. And yeah, man. Want everybody to continue what they're doing. Keep chasing your goal. If you hit your goal, set a new goal. All right? Be the goal. I am the goal. I'm shaped like a goalie. And if you fall down, I need you to... The world does not stop because you stumble or fall. Like I just stumbled the last words of this conversation. But hopefully you guys are doing great out there. I am your host, Jose Luis, a.k.a.
Wait, Jose!
a.k.a.
On my cool J.
And I am officially out of here. Peace out. Bing.